Pat him on front. So Sebren's in 21st position of the 33 athletes who
Is this
21
the most heroic final push we have ever seen from an athlete trying to get to goal in a Red Bull X-Alps history? With just 2 hours left on the clock, we are witnessing as Siebrand Warren, the 32-year-old Dutch-American, is trying to get to this landing float. We've heard he's just launched, he's in the air, and he has had an extraordinary last 24 hours. He's hiked 73 kilometers, he's chased thunderstorms and still managed to fly 110 kilometers from the Zugspitze to Kitzbühel. And this is Siebrand Warren is on final glide to the float. I can see him just behind me. He's just appeared out of the clouds. It was a little bit of a difficult launch because of this low cloud here on the top of Schmittenhöhe, but he threw that. He launched from the south side. He must just be so stoked. We're going to give him a massive welcome. Siebrand Warren. He was last on the prologue. He finished that prologue 5 hours after everyone else. And when he came to the athletes' dinner, the whole house went down. And I'm sure he's going to get a massive, massive welcome here. I can't remember a finish ever like this before, where athletes just has covered so much ground in the last day, so determined to reach goal. Remember, he wasn't that far away from Ondrej Prohaska, and Ondrej in the end gave up. He just quit. And if you look on his stories, there's just some wild weather scenes from where he was. He was just a little bit behind Siebrand, but Siebrand has got through. He's outrun this storm. What a day, just incredible, and what a race for this 32-year-old who quit a promising corporate job to focus on the paragliding. He moved to Grenoble, and amazing character. One of the guys who taught him to fly was none other than Dave Turner. Dave, Lone Wolf, I think we called him, who took part in the 2015 Red Bull X-Alps 10 years ago now, a long time ago that was. He didn't quite make it to Monaco that year, Dave, and just famously just continued and carried on. So he's a bit of an American hero, even though he's competing under the Dutch flag. So Siebrand, I'm just going to try and zoom in for you. We can see his wing just in the cloud. He's just in that blue, little patch of blue. This has to be an incredibly enjoyable moment for Siebrand. To hike 73 kilometers is no easy feat at the best of times. To do it after an 8-day adventure race, it just boggles the mind. Honestly, I don't know how these guys do it. And Siebrand is before the race, I saw him at the Winter Eiger Tour earlier this year, and he was saying that he wasn't the fittest of mountain athletes, that it was his weakness. But clearly, under the help with Ben Abruzzo, his trainer, who also trained Gavin McClurg back in the day. Gavin actually spoke to Ben yesterday to say, do you think he can make it? He's got 50K to cover. And Ben was absolutely, couldn't have been more decisive. He said, yep, he's going to smash it. A lot of the other athletes went out to meet him on launch yesterday. Meet him out on the road. Uri Koren, give him some juju and encouragement. Just give you a view of the lake here. Glassy smooth. Windsock.
Ooh, I really think Siebrand should land pretty soon with this Zeppelin Stairway to Heaven. Just getting cranking.
Got some of his supporters over there. And there are the mountains. And this residual cloud from yesterday's storm still lingering, clinging on to the mountain slopes. But here's the man. Siebrand Warren. What an incredible performance. What a way to end this race. Just 2 hours before the clock stops. We've seen some dramatic finishes. I'm reminded a few years ago of the battle between Ferdy van Shelven and Simon O'Brien. I think that was in 2019, where the two of them got into a race the final hours and they just literally sprinted for about 20K in the morning. But this is something else from Siebrand.
Siebrand Warren, the epic battle.
Here he comes. Still with a lot of altitude to burn off.
24 hours ago, I gave him 0.
I think these are going to be some fun spirals and wingovers we're going to see from Siebrand.
Had an epic flight from the Zugspitze Arena in pretty dicey weather yesterday and hung in there and got all the way to Kitzbühel only to land in a flood.
So Gavin is currently on the MC at the moment.
Flooding last night. 10 inches of water.
Reminding the listeners how wrong we got it yesterday when we said no chance
we had film
Siebrand making it.
Capturing all the footage, and
we were convinced that Erlend Erkvettner would be the last athlete, the 20th athlete into goal.
Happy and going for
and look at Siebrand having proved us wrong.
Race.
He will arrive in 21st place. Not quite a record year. 2 years ago, 23 athletes made goal.
Wingies.
But not far off. So overall, Siebrand has hiked 440 kilometers. He's flown over 1,400 kilometers in this race. And just for some comparison, Kriegel has only hiked 250 kilometers. Kriegel also put on his Instagram that he has hiked 29,000 meters.
Minutes away.
And that is astonishing, over 3,000 meters a day.
Netherlands arrival. Ooh, the crowd likes that, Siebrand. More helis, please.
Big cheers for Siebrand doing some helis.
Almost indescribable how he feels right now. Mixture of ecstasy and exhaustion and overwhelmed.
The final
More
moments
helis,
now
please,
for
Siebrand.
Siebrand.
Come on, you got plenty of time.
Savouring this moment.
Yes! Yes!
Look at that. Some helis on the way down.
Attaboy. That's what we like to see.
Beautiful moment here on the lake. What a moment this must be for Seabrand.
Yeah,
some
nice
wing-overs.
wing over. Right over the top. Beautiful.
Coming in now for the approach of the float.
Course yet. That's in a straight line. These athletes do well over 2,200 kilometers when you add it all up, by foot and by air.
Seabrand Warren.
And this is it.
His first ever Red Bull X-Alps.
This is the end.
And he's going to make goal 2 hours before the clock stops. He's defied the naysayers. He's defied himself as well. All the doubts he had, and he's been quite open about. And now he comes in for the float. Final approach. Gets a good look over his left shoulder. Here he comes. Just amazing. Here he comes. The legs come out.
Now all there is left to do is...
And look at that! Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant performance from Seabrand.
Sell that wing to the highest bidder, you're done. Get out there, crew. Get wet.
Seabrand, you animal.
Congratulations.
Absolute animal.
What the hell? How did we do that?
How did you do that?
I don't know, man. Oh.
What does this moment feel like for you?
Oh, dude, it's I can't even comprehend. It feels like such an unexpected moment. I didn't think I would be here. It's really amazing.
Nor did we. We said no chance. And look, you hiked something like 73 kilometers yesterday.
Oh my God. Yeah, and I was ready to hike 200 if I needed to. I was gonna break the rules and just pull up the second night pass.
So all that talk about you not being fit in the mountains, I think your fitness is pretty okay.
Who knew? Who knew? You know.
Well done. Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of people to thank for making this possible.
Is this an emotional moment for you?
It's, yeah, very much so.
Who do you most want to share it with? Who are these people?
What? Oh my God, Noam! Oh my God!
This is Seabrand's crew joining him on the raft. These monumental efforts are not independent efforts. We're totally reliant on the team.
Oh man!
And food. And
who's here to see you, Seabrand?
Nourishment and encouragement.
One of my best friends from college.
Keeping the whole rally going.
My partner of 6 years.
The
whole family.
And my whole team. Yeah.
It's a marathon.
I can't believe they're all here.
Day after day.
Yeah.
I give you the flag.
Oh yeah.
Make one shot with you alone with the flag.
Okay, okay.
And then that's it.
No, here on that side. On that side, okay. With my wing underneath. Oh yeah, we made it. So much to me. Yeah, super cool. Yeah, dude. Watch out, watch out.
Oh, we're gonna get the champagne. Not on the mics, please.
On the mics. Oh shit. Ready? Yeah, you ready? Yeah. You ready? Woo! Man. Open it. Open it. Open it. Open it.
Okay, crew, if you can. Oh, yeah, there we go. Celebrate, celebrate.
Oh, yeah.
Look this way.
Oh, yeah,
towards
we
the
made
beach. Just need a picture of y'all looking out this way. Say hello to your fans.
There we go. Thank you.
This is Dad.
Wave the flag. Wave the flag.
Where's the flag? Where's the flag? Wave the flag. Wave the flag. Someone take this.
Thank you.
Let us make a group picture.
Perfect. Thank you.
We made it! We made it!
Awesome. I can't believe we did it. Yeah, you did it.
Amazing. I'm so proud of you.
Well done, man. Amazing.
Incredible.
Oh. Yeah, he was saying he was sure you wouldn't at the start.
How does this feel, Dad?
It feels fantastic. I'm so proud of this guy. Such grit.
I bet there were moments of doubt you thought he'd make it in the last couple
Only
of days.
10 or 12 times.
Yeah, until like yesterday, pretty much.
Including yesterday, through those storms.
Yeah,
Oh, that was so impressive.
unbelievable.
It was impressive. You pushed all the way to the end.
What was the hardest moment for you?
The beginning, being in last place, feeling like I wasn't qualified, being in a pit of self-doubt and shame, you know, and breaking out of that probably on like day 4 or 5 when we pulled the night pass. That's when everything started looking brighter, and it was like I wasn't worried about making goal anymore. It was just about enjoying the adventure, and the flying got better, the team got happier, and everything was more fun.
And you proved everyone wrong. Not least yourself.
Wait, who was doubting? I think I was the only one that I proved wrong.
Introduce your team. Can you share?
Yeah. All right. This is Rustam. He's the primary supporter. He's been cheering me along and helping me figure out how to make all this work for the last year and a year for sure. This is Kyle. He's our physicist and logistician, and just generally he picks up all the slack from everyone. He's amazing. He's always aware of what's missing. This is David Chin. He's our camp organizer and chef, and also just generally really good pilot that can give lots of advice on how to make certain moves work. This is Katie. She's the team emotional support when people don't understand how to make me function. She gets a call and they're like, why won't Sebron eat? Why is he sad? And Katie comes and tells them how to make me happy again. And then this is Zach. He's been my media team and good friend for 2 years now. And I can't believe the adventures we've had together.
Fantastic. Thank you, Sebron. Thank you.
Oh yeah, and I need to mention one more person who's remote. Tom, he's an incredible pilot living in the Netherlands, and he was doing all of my route planning the entire trip, and I couldn't have done the flight yesterday or any of them without him. Yeah.
So what are you guys going to do now? You're going to swim ashore?
Swim to shore, yeah.
Swim to shore.
Oh yeah. Let's do it. Wait, what should I do with my wing and harness? Can I leave that here? Okay. Just take this off. Yeah. Do you want the harness still on?
Yeah, you let the harness on for sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So the obligatory group photos now,
Less inflated than it was before, I think.
and then we'll film them swimming to shore. What a moment. What a closure to the 12th Red Bull X-Alps.
Yeah, too close.
So it goes all the tennis stuff on your joke, just screws my head.
Can you step back?
Zero focus.
Big cheer for Sebron.
Perfect. Super.
Congrats, team.
Thanks, guys. You're brave with all your cameras on the
And now Sebron for the interview in Dutch, yeah?
Oh yeah, let's go.
Hoe ging het?
Ik was heel goed Nederlands en ik kan nu de helemaal interview. Ask him. He can answer for me. My brother speaks perfect Dutch.
That was awesome. You did such a good job.
Great scenes here on the float as Sebron is the last athlete in, the 21st athlete. What a race this has been, Red Bull X-Alps 2025. It's this one will definitely go down in the history books, not least because of course we have a new champion in the form of Aaron Duragatti. First time since that has happened, since 2009. the run of Kriegel Maurer, and what an extraordinary run that is. Let's not forget what an amazing athlete he still is. But that run is over. The king has been dethroned. Let's see if he comes back in 2027. We're going to come back in 2027, that's absolutely for sure. And I think this is the moment we say goodbye and leave you on the waters of this amazing, beautiful lake, Zellemzee. Thanks for watching, thanks for being with us on the journey, and thanks to all the team, especially my colleague, Gavin McClurg, who's been my wingman throughout this race. Thanks all, goodbye from us.
It'll help you balance.
Got him on block.